Oh, I forgot to mention something about our time in Muraganda.
So speaking of Muraganda and the things going on, our group of Planeswalkers has largely decided at this point to decide what to do with the Codex in the morning when they're fresh and not, well, there were some emotions going on.
Pretentious old man. Telling me shit I already know.
So they bed down in Vane's tomb for one final night, knowing change will come in the morning. It is about midway through the night that, Bulgarian, I'm going to pick on you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
In your dreams, you feel suddenly your brain flashes very red and gives you a single signal: pain.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Tetrix, Fizzle.
Yes.
You snap awake hearing something. It sounds like the sounds of wooden shelves being overturned out in the front room of the tomb.
Yeah, would I not have heard? Because remember, Teedrix didn't sleep in the actual tomb. He slept outside with his animal companion.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes, you can hear this.
Everybody wake the fuck up! We're being robbed! Or it's a mouse, I don't know. But wake up!
You also hear this, Teedrix.
I'm running in.
Josh, I should ask you a question that is immediately relevant. Okay. So in regards to this whole, like, I woke up feeling pain thing, are we talking like, well, this is uncomfortable? Or are we talking like, are we talking psychic pain, sudden headache? Am I still even on?
Oh, sorry. I had to switch buttons again. It is physical pain, and it is centered around your neck.
Okay, well, this is perturbing. So he's going to, oh, so is this happening at the same time as everybody's hearing this stuff from outside?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess Malgarian's going to rise up out of the molten bed that he sleeps in. And try and figure out what's hurting him.
As you rise from the molten pool in which you sleep, You immediately get the sense that there was some form of weight on top of the pool that is cast off as you emerge. As the bleariness from sleep parrots from Mogarian's eyes, he notices a pale humanoid crouched in black leathers, holding a vial in which there is red fluid.
What do I need to roll for my scent thing again?
Question.
I need to find that.
Good question within this system, but I would imagine it's your perception.
Oh crap, close the book.
Don't bite my elbow, you dick.
I'll dick your elbow.
So
Wait.
here's the formula you're gonna roll. Right, okay? Just really quickly double checking the formula. Yep, I'm correct.
I gain advantage 1 on attempts to track a creature. If it has left a scent trail.
Oh, okay, then you'll re-rolling 2d6 exploding. In addition to your 1d20 exploding.
Okay. Too many windows open.
Okay.
I would like to take in a good whiff to figure out what the fuck just bit me.
Well, he smells like grave dirt and blood, and the vial he's holding smells like your own blood.
No question, just murder.
It's then that you become aware of what's actually causing the pain in your neck. He has inserted some form of metal spike or shunt, literally tapping your vein like a tree.
Bulgarian is now 110% fucking pissed. Oh, let other people do shit now.
Okay, we go back to Fizzle and Tetrix.
Alright, you know that room where the noises were coming from?
Yep.
I'm just gonna throw a big ball of glitter in there. And I'm not gonna look in, because now it's just gonna flash. Just fucking big fucking flash.
Okay. Pulling up Fizzle's sheet. So you're attempting to use energy to go for the blinded boon there?
I guess so.
Or the blinded
That sounds
bane?
right. That sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds right. Let me just pull up the power rank on there and see what we want to do with that. Which I apologize in advance. There's going to be some... Yes, in the first 15 minutes you're testing me on the system. I expect nothing else. That's why I wanted to do this.
That and a big bright light will both scare away rats and blind the fuck out of thieves. So, you know, it works.
Power level 5. Okay. Fizzle, roll for me a d20 and your 1d8. Make sure they explode.
Okay. I do not remember how to.
Exclamation points.
2 exclamation points after the dice.
No, I don't even remember how to manually roll the
Oh, /R.
/R. Thank you. Is it 2 exclamation points? You have to do it separately or just put space?
No, no space.
Okay, shit, I don't know. Always just use the thing. So is it 2 exclamation points after all of it, or is it after each die?
After each die.
Okay. I think I did this right. We'll find out. No.
Here.
Nope, that's wrong too. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
You want me to roll for you?
Yes, please.
$24. They're going to resist that with their guards.
Can I ask a question? What is this whole exploding thing?
If you roll max, you roll again.
Oh, okay.
It's what this system does in lieu of crits.
Gotcha.
Oh, fuck. None of them have a 24. The highest dude's guard is 17. Shit. Okay. So, Fizzle, you hear immediately about 5 people immediately go, "Ah, my eyes!" in various voices.
All right, guys, it was actually thieves. So, is there anyone we care about in there?
And then you hear 3 people, like a kind of like thump sound.
Like a thump or whoof?
Like a whoof, like a thwomp. Like air being sucked into a tiny hole. I'm trying to make the Harry Potter apparate noise with my mouth.
That was way that sound was way flappier.
One cannot flap with their mouth.
Wanna bet?
Don't you call me out on my bullshit.
No, I'm not gonna demonstrate that one.
Meow.
Awesome. Why do you always have to wait till both of us are busy before you need to be a needy shithead?
So, yes, it is definitely thieves.
Hey, does anyone we care about sleeping in there? Is there anything important in there?
And there was
Does anyone know?
just Vane's body in the codex.
Okay.
Those are the only things really of importance.
Would y'all be mad if I just burdinated the codex?
Except I thought the codex was with people.
Oh yeah, it needs to be kept with someone.
I thought it was with Cassie's character the last, but
that actually
Since
works
she's
out
the
perfectly.
researcher.
That turns out perfectly fine for me. Cassie's character has the codex right now, which means it's underwater with her, which luckily it can survive being submerged. And probably burned.
It'd be a really shitty super magic tome if it couldn't get wet. I mean, I'm just throwing that one out there.
It's true. He has a point. Actually, let's give Teedrix a moment to have the spotlight. So Teedrix, when you also hear the sounds of like air being sucked into a too small hole.
Well, as I'm approaching where the tomb or the crypt is, I'm extending my whip.
Does it glow?
Yes.
Okay, by the light of your whip, you see suddenly 3 people just seemingly morph out of a trail of shadow.
I'm gonna try and immobilize one.
Okay, to explain what they look like, all 3 are paladin skin. One is
They're
wearing.
vampire.
Shh, you don't know that.
Racist, remember?
And his plan wasn't his plan being like murder fucked by necromancers.
Something like that, yes.
It's either that or they're ghouls.
But yes, one of them is a rather burly fellow in minimalist armor, mostly shoulder pads and leg armor. One dude is a dude in a cloak who has a pair of daggers drawn. And the third one is an individual who has a oh, they both have pairs of daggers. Okay, yeah. She's in kind of a form-fitting suit of leather armor, also with a pair of daggers.
I'm gonna try and immobilize one of the ones with daggers.
Okay. With your whip. So, roll me your influence attack.
Is it just the influence?
It's a d20 plus. Let's see.
Plus a D8.
Plus a d8. Yes.
Let's see if this works.
Okay. So, guy or girl?
Which one looks like more armored?
They both look equally armored.
Then I'll go for the guy.
Okay, you do beat his guard by 5, so you can go ahead and use that Bane. So roll that again, and we'll see if he's immobilized.
So I roll the same thing?
Yep.
Or just the D8?
Roll the same thing. While you're doing that, I'm going to figure out how much damage this dude takes. Come on, Book. Where's the there it is, damage.
Hey, Josh, I forgot. With the whip, would it be possible when immobilizing him to kind of dick him to the floor as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be counted as a knockdown, I think, though, rather than an immobilize.
I just realized what T-Drix is.
What?
What?
He's racist against non-human and monsters. He's got a whip that allows him to subdue them. He's Simon fucking Belmont.
Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do.
And he's using it on a vampire.
Oh shit!
Oh, snap.
I'm so happy right now.
Okay, I will be honest with you. That's completely unintentional because I think I've only played Castlevania once.
Doesn't matter. Go watch Netflix.
I've never
Relevant
seen
video
it.
in Discord.
Wait,
Oh, jeez.
where does it say how much damage this fucker takes? Is it just like the difference between your guard and his, and your attack? Is that all it is? Yeah, you deal damage equal to the amount that you exceed your target's defense. Okay, so you rolled a 23, he has a 16. So yeah, 7 points of damage. Okay, good.
Excuse me.
So yeah, your whip lashes out, cracks him across the chest, and make your choice. Do you want to knock him down, or do you want to immobilize him completely?
I'm gonna immobilize him.
Okay, wraps around him, and he is stuck. So, let's move it then to Mulgarian.
Sorry, I was really enjoying that music video. What's up?
Danny
It's-
Sexbank's voice is like. Just saying.
So, what is Mulgarian doing?
He's not even gonna bother saying anything. He knows what this is. He knows that this is why it's there doesn't matter. It needs to not be there. And so he's opening his mouth and he's exhaling.
All right.
What did we say we needed to roll for this?
You're going to be rolling your d20. And weren't we going to base this either off your energy or your creation?
Yes, I believe so. I think it was gonna have to be creation.
Okay.
Because it's yeah.
So roll your exploding d20 and your exploding d6.
And just to double check, it's exclamation points after each die.
Yep.
Plus 1d6 exclamation. And I want to double check something about extraordinary presence. Okay, it's specific to social. Gotcha. I don't think there's anything else really relevant here. Yep, okay, cool. Throw in the roll. Because, yeah, Bulgarian breathes lightning. Just stark white lightning.
Yes, you listen. You hear the crack of your lightning breath. This dude's robes that he's wearing and his leather suit basically shred from the force. And he kind of, you get the feeling he was trying to raise some form of mana pattern to defend himself, but didn't get it off in time. You can see that with your aura, some form of red pattern.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I guess beyond that, it's
At this point,
I think. I was just gonna say, I think Malgarian said that after he breathes on it and the fact that it's still alive, he's probably gonna take to wing.
Mm-hmm. And at this point, I think everyone needs to roll some initiatives.
Is that just a d20?
Let's see. Malgarian has a d20 plus a d4. Fizzle does a d20 plus a d8. And Jimmy, you have a d20 plus a d10.
Okay.
Does initiative also explode?
Yes, I believe all dice in this game explode.
Hey, I did it. It was awful, but I did it.
Oh, wow.
That didn't work.
Because the slash is on the wrong side.
Yeah, I realize that now.
Emily, you had one job. Not to roll a one, you had one job.
Burninate the root? Got it.
Yes.
All right, so in turn order. I forgot how to do turn order. Right-click a turn token and say add a turn. Oh, that's why. There aren't any tokens on this thing to... Oopsies. Okay, so Malgarian is first, followed by the vampires, and then Fizzle and Teedrix.
Did I get anything resembling an idea then of how strong its magic was? Like, how potent of a caster is this motherfucker?
Considering that in the space of time between the lightning leaving your mouth and hitting it directly in the chest, it managed to form a partially coherent pattern, indicates this man is probably fairly practiced.
Cool. So I'm not going to get into a magic fight with it, and instead I'm just going to tackle him and pin him beneath my foot. Because if there's anything I learned from Order of the Stick, oh yes, you may be able to bend reality to your whim, but within an anti-magic field, you are now but an elf, and I am still a dragon.
True enough. Okay. So, I need you to throw me a d20 and your d6 for might. Because you're attempting to immobilize, or... Yeah, you're attempting to immobilize, right? That's the same.
You know, just pretty much like step on to her, to try to crush it, and I guess that would be kind of like two different actions, wouldn't it?
No, it's a standard action to fly down and stomp, and then you're basically attacking to give him a Bane, which is immobilized.
Yes, but at the same time also trying to just fucking crush it to death.
Well, you can start on that next turn.
Okay, and that's what I was saying. Like, that would be 2 different actions.
The game does kind of run on the same kind of action economy as Grapple in D&D, where like you establish the grapple first, and then you can do other things.
Okay. I get. So. White. Oh, do I need to roll an advantage?
No, don't roll advantage for this one. Actually, no. Yeah, you are a 15 by 15 creature.
Yes.
So yeah, it roll an advantage of 1 on this one.
So 2d6 then instead of the 1d6?
2d6, yeah. $28.
32.
Well, not all the dice count. Only the highest, like the pool that you roll, like the d6s, only the highest one counts.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's 28. Which is more than enough to beat his defense. Yeah, which is more than enough to beat his defense, and more than enough to, let's see, to get an immobilize on him. So yes, he is immobilized. You feel him smoosh beneath your foot and wiggle, trying to get a hand free.
Sorry, I'm just far more tickled by this than I probably should be.
It's sad because the character I'm using for this is named Maximus. Just saying. So
you mean boot smear?
So Teedrix.
Yeah.
The lady in the tight-fitting leather armor and the twin daggers.
Yeah.
She immediately charges you. However, she's going to roll her own die. Might have gotten flagged or taken down or something. Oof. Oof. Why do I always roll like shit for my NPCs? Oh, wait. The D20 didn't roll. Oops.
Yeah, it did.
Did it? No, it... Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yes, it did.
It's that 4.
Shit.
At least Roll20 actually gives you the right shapes on the dice.
So... No, I have a perfect reasoning for this. So... She charges forward. You can tell on her footing she's a little sneaky, like shaky. And you hear that, like, that sound again. That air is sucked through a tiny hole sound. And she basically dissolves into a wisp of shadow and lances forward. However, that wisp of shadow comes directly at you, and you feel a small impact against your chest as suddenly she materializes in front of you, runs headlong into your chest, and falls over, cursing and screaming. This is not going how I thought it would.
Oh, okay. I see how this is.
So, next guy, the burly guy, he just levels shoulder and runs forward, trying to just, like, kind of shoulder check you out of the way.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna roll his might.
Okay. Ouch.
Okay, so, Teedrix, what's your defense?
Is that my guard?
Yes, your guard against this one.
He beat it by 20.
He beat it by 20.
Yeah.
What's your current hit points? 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tedrix, this man with his undead strength just lays you out.
Fuck.
You see a white light as he rams into you and thrusts you up against the wall, knocking all air out of your lungs. He tramples all over his compatriot, who also takes damage.
I'm hoping she takes as much damage as I just did.
She has 12 hit points. She's fucking dead.
So she's a smear.
She literally curses him as she just like literally goes unconscious. You have 0 hit points, so you also go unconscious.
No, that's fine. But oh shit. I should have made a beast.
Maybe. And as you go unconscious, the last sound you hear is his feet just thumping down that hallway.
I should have gone for the big guy.
You hear some sounds a little distant down the stairwell from the living space. Sounds like fighting. But so far, no one else has come to your call. You also hear lightning somewhere outside, which you can only assume is Malgarian.
I think I'm drifting into unconsciousness.
Yes, you are, and I'm terribly sorry about that.
I'm noticing that rolls in this system seem to you kick everything's ass,
Or you get your ass kicked.
or as you say, or nothing happens.
So Emily, what do?
Wait, what just happened?
Tedrix got knocked the fuck out.
That fucker had trample.
That fucker did have trample. You hear a couple more individuals shuffling around in that room, the main living space. You hear fights down in the main hallway, and you hear lightning outside.
Okay, well, we're just gonna throw more glitter in that room, and this time we're just gonna light everything up with fire.
Shit.
Because vampires versus red mage.
I'm feeling glad that I designed this team with some level of base synergy, but I think another one's gonna die here pretty soon.
All the direct damage.
It's time for fire.
If anybody says you can't top deck any more direct damage, just fireball them. It's okay. You don't need that in your life.
That would just be energy again, right?
Yes, you'll just be using energy again.
Whoa!
Shit.
Well, everything in the room is dead. Everything, including the fucking mausoleum and the walls.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope it's a real good.
Vane was cremated.
No, Vane's in a fucking tomb of obsidian glass. He's fine. But all the books, all the notes, that's all fucking gone.
Holy shit!
You hear one more thump as like that sound of air being siphoned through. And rolling. Secret roll. Okay. And then you hear a scream and the sound of plate mail clattering to the ground as literally another vampire turns to ash.
That was not enough screaming. Not enough screaming.
That brings us back to the top of the round with Mulgarian.
Oh, did he even try to break out of the grapple?
Oh yes, he needs to try to break out of that.
I mean, I'm okay with passing over that if you are. I'll accept this.
No, we'll do it.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to.
Meep. Squish.
Rolling the No, I don't think that's going to be the thing that Mulgarian did.
Do I have to roll against him?
Yeah, why not roll opposing might?
Do I get it? Oh yeah, I do get it.
You get your advantage to the 2d6.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He manages to shift his pattern, enhance his strength a little bit with red, and push up your claw just enough that he wiggles out and runs off towards the forest, clutching the bottle of dragon blood to his chest.
Don't run, you'll just die tired.
And that brings us to the head of the round with Mulgarian.
Yeah, we're gonna try that again. He's going to do pretty much the same maneuver, fly back up, and I'm just fucking landing on him.
Okay.
And as I'm doing so, I'm pretty much just going to tell him outright. It's like you can try to run and die, or you can stop.
You can also, if you would, roll me a perception.
Okay.
While you're doing that.
Perception is a 1d6. Is this scent relevant?
No, it's sight.
Okay. Really? Fuck you, die. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. You do catch sight of a large, hefty, pallid-skinned individual emerging from the mouth of the cave where that holds the tomb, and skirting along that little cliff face that was always there. Actually, do I still have that map available to show? No, I do not. I do not. But yeah, skirting along that little cliff face and heading towards the woods as well.
Okay, that's fine. I can track him down later.
I'm glad you're so head up for this.
Scent trait.
Sure
Fucking
enough.
useful.
So now you may roll your thing, or did you already?
No, that was my perception.
Okay.
All right, landing on him, squishing him, being like, you can keep trying to run, and then you'll die tired, or you can stop.
I wonder if Mulgarian has become aware of the fact that he has he still has the shunt in his neck.
Yes. I guess, like, would it take an entire action to just pull that thing out?
Probably, yeah.
Then no, I'm going to step on the vampire instead then. Because it's not, like, an open sieve right now, right?
No, not. It's bleeding, but it's not bleeding enough to do damage.
Okay. Then, yeah, whatever. Stepping on the vampire.
My god. So yes, he is immobilized again. That takes us down to the other vampires. Barbarian Boy is booking it. Captain Leather and Cloak and Daggers is booking it. Footsteps down the hallway as she books it.
No.
She's dead. She's dead. He's pinned. I guess he'll try to unpin himself.
I mean,
You hear him grunt something as he tries this. And fails. Miserably. Something about you being a stupid lizard. And something about recompense will be had.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna go with the racial slurs. Okay, fine. So it's my turn again?
Yep.
Cool. I'm
wait.
just gonna crush him.
Okay.
No, wait. I guess when we were talking, I don't really have the ability to just go turn undead.
Sounds like you could
Could what?
use a necromancer.
Use a necromancer.
I mean, I was just kind of like entertaining the idea of being like, it's pretty much. It's either way. It's going to be the same one-liner, which is wrong and wait, hold on.
Wrong answer.
And I was going to just do turn undead and turn him into ash, but that not really being within his forte, I am just going to crush him.
Okay.
Go, CJ.
Roll.
If your entire body fits under someone's hand, don't insult them.
Roll your might with advantage 3 this time.
Oh, advantage 3.
Yes.
Okay, so I need to roll another 2d6.
I am punishing him for his failure.
So do you want me to reroll that or roll 2d6?
Roll an extra 2d6 exploding.
Meh, whatever.
Okay.
So a 15 total.
All right. He takes an additional.
Not the best.
No. You hear many bones crunch.
You know what? Here's how we're gonna go with the role play of this. He already doesn't really like vampires after the last one tried to fuck with his stuff, and now this one stuck something in his neck. So vampire or not, this is just being petty now. He's just crushing him. I'm retconning his intent. He was no longer going with just the I'm just going to crush you and be done with it. This is just I'm hoping you learn a lesson before you end.
Oh, snap. Okay.
So there was one running away down the hall or something like that, you said?
Oh, I think, was that the one that made its way across the cliff face and is also running?
Yeah, there was one heading down the hallway.
Well, I gotta chase that.
Okay, so you head into the now charred, exploded living space, which has a few burning books and notes still remaining, still ashes drifting in the area. There is a charred set of plate mail. And as you head down into the hallway, you notice a bloodied and bruised Tedrix on the floor, with a skin-tight leather suit of leather armor by his feet that is also covered in vampire ash. And you catch sight of another individual fleeing out the far door.
Hi, T-Drix. Bye, T-Drix. We're gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it.
Bitch.
I'ma get ya. I'ma get ya.
What are you gonna do?
Don't run. I'ma get ya.
I feel like to some extent Bulgarian needs to be like, stop playing with your food, but then that would be hypocritical.
Let's see. What do I want to do? Oh yeah, burninate.
Light. I was gonna say, light a bitch ass on fire.
Not as good.
Oh. Hey, Fizzle.
Uh-huh.
You just beat this woman's guard by enough that you get to assign a boon, or a bane. Might I suggest persistent damage
On fire.
Oh, yeah.
on fire?
Oh yeah. That's good. She's on fire.
Okay. So that comes to her turn.
Told you not to run.
You hear her scream, "Ah! What is this stuff and why does it burn?"
Wait. She doesn't know what fire is?
No, she doesn't know what
Very good
glitter
vampire
is.
she?
She doesn't know what glitter is. She's never encountered this.
Oh, that's true. This is flaming glitter. That's right.
Because it's Fizzle. Gonna roll this for you here, for Emily. Because it comes to this lady's turn as she basically runs, trying to pat herself out, screaming.
Mm-hmm.
She takes an additional 3 points of damage. And then you hear her tumble and go, "Ah!" right into the water.
Oh man.
Yours is magical fire. Does it go out because of the water?
Yes, it goes out because of the water.
Does it have to, though?
Stop making Darby jokes. We need to get through this before new players have to fall asleep.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't help it.
Oh, it's all right.
That's why I didn't say it out loud.
Anyway.
So that brings us back to poor stuck man.
So help me if he gets out again. I'm gonna be pissed.
Wait. Is that the water where Amatrine sleeps?
Yes.
Okay.
Make an opposed roll with advantage.
Advantage 1 or
Advantage 1.
3? Damn it. He's gonna win again.
Well, then you just get to
Can I,
torch
like-
the forest.
Is there anything? Okay, first of all, fuck this vampire. Second, there's nothing to do for rerolls, is there?
No, not in this game.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, how do you roll a 10 on a d6?
It exploded.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So he
never
got a
mind.
6 and a 4. Okay.
So, just as a contextual thing, from when he got out the first time, I'm assuming that he doesn't have anything boosting his speed then, right?
No, he has nothing boosting his speed.
Cool.
Does he even have... No, he doesn't have any movement skill at all.
Cool. Anyway, carry on.
So at this point, he actually shapes a... he starts shaping a spell.
Yeah.
Shaping a weave of black and blue. And he throws an spike of ice directly at your face. Does that beat Mulgarian's guard?
By 5, yes.
Take 5 points of damage. So yes, this spike of ice hurt.
That's fine. I'm pretty sure me stepping on him hurt more. Okay, so is it back to me then?
Yep, top of the round, it's yours.
Cool. So Malgarian is taking wing then, and at this point, all right, I'm done with the game of stepping on you and trying to crush you. Fine. And from the air, I'm just going to breathe on him again.
Okay. Drop that creation.
Okay, now does creation get advantage against undead?
No, not this creation.
Okay. Are you fucking... Okay, fuck you, game. I rolled really good for the grapples.
I need to look into it because there might be a reroll system. Because there's this thing called Legend in the game that I don't quite know what does. I'll look into it. There might be a Benny system in this.
I think the bigger thing that I'm realizing is that the difference between said a D6 versus a D8 ends up being ultimately negligible because it's so close. Even advantage is eh.
Well, you do have that runestone that you could use for a boost. I'm going to assume that Malgarian would charge it up.
I didn't get to read what you did with it.
Oh, basically, if you put it in a stationary position, every 24 hours it charges up and gets a boost of +1. So it starts boost 1, boost 2, boost 3 to a max of boost 3. And all the boost boon does is gives you advantage. You do have to select what stat it's giving an advantage to when you set it down to charge.
Gladius, you're feeding back.
It's okay, it's not bad.
It's making it a little bit harder to hear you, but anyway. So moving on.
Basically, you pick one of the extraordinary stats. You pick one of the extraordinary stats. You set the stone down, and every 24 hours, it gets an additional level of boost. You then can blow that boost to just add yourself advantage either 1, 2, or 3, just to a use of that extraordinary attribute.
Okay, so I could get. So what is a boost then?
A boost is just a boon that grants you advantage.
So right now, useless because I rolled a 4 in the base one.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
But just saying, reminding you that it is an option.
Okay. Alright, so I just blast lightning and miss.
Yes. Probably because, it's lightning.
It's very directed lightning. It's always been reliable. It's just disappointing.
So.
I'll be right back.
Lady swims. Yeah, Fizzle, you hear outside the door as the vampire splutters and starts just frantically attempting to swim for the cave mouth.
Mm-hmm.
T-Drix is unconscious. The other vampires are gone. T-Drix's opponent, or Malgarian's opponent. AI roll. Does not stick to the plan. So we'll resolve that when Matt gets back. Fizzle, what are you up to?
Can I just grab her up in a big bubble of water?
Can you do that with Red?
I'm also supposed to be blue.
You are supposed to be blue.
Red and blue.
Let's see. Yeah, Fizzle could roll that. Are you trying to do it through alteration, like changing the nature of the water, or energy, just controlling maybe freezing her in a bubble of water or something like that? Could also be movement, but that'd be a little less effective, similar to alteration.
Right. It'd be funny to have her frozen, so we're gonna do that one.
Okay.
Just gonna bob in the water in a giant ice cube. Maybe. We'll see. Even worse. Just keeps getting worse the more I roll, except for the first time.
Well, let's see. Does that bypass her armor? Since you weren't even targeting her, you were targeting the armor around. Well, it's effectively the same thing. Still beats her guard.
Sweet.
Except I don't think I'm going for a guard. You're looking to make her immobile. Oh, but that's fucking easy too. Energy versus her toughness. Okay. Oh yeah, that beats her toughness. Yep, she's immobile in the water. You watch a bubble of ice just form around her, and she's like stuck in this little little pool of water inside this ice shell.
I mean, okay, that's fine.
Yep. Well, you only beat her armor by her toughness by 2, so.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll need Matt for this next part.
You're lucky you don't need to breathe. Unless you do, and then that really sucks for you.
As she is pounding on this wire of ice, blubbing at the water, apparently shouting something.
Don't make me boil it!
She shrinks away from the side to the far side of the bubble and begins pounding, like with her feet and hands.
I can still see you, you know.
It's too bad she wasted her turn. Oh well.
What?
Nothing. While Matt's away, have we lost anyone else here? Any of the new players?
I'm here.
I apologize. This is going a little slow.
All good. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to have class this week because apparently the entire state is shutting down for a hurricane.
Oh. Well, at least you can catch up on your rest, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Matt. We kind of skipped over your turn, the vampire's attack against you, so that Fizzle could do her thing while you were gone. Malgarian just took another ice attack for 22.
What? Well,
Yeah.
I'm unconscious.
Are you sure? Let's see. How much health do you
That
have?
puts me at 27 out of 26.
No. You subtract your guard. So he hits you for 22 minus 13.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You have
So
20,
just 9 then.
Just 9, yes.
Okay.
So Bulgarian is hurting. This man has proved his capabilities as a mage. Before he unleashed this ice attack, he seemed momentarily torn between running and facing you down. However, this now brings its and then Fizzle got the other lady trapped inside a bubble. So, what you do, Bulgarian?
Clarifying question. Negative energy, positive energy reaction between life and the living and the dead. Yes or no in this setting?
And no in this setting. You could make a specific spell with creation to like deliberately target the undead like that. Just be like, no, I smite you down. Those do
I was
exist.
thinking more like land next to it and just do a burst of restorative energy and just hurt it, heal me.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Oh well, I'm gonna stick to character. It doesn't make sense for him to have specifically a smite undead spell. So I guess go back to pressing my size advantage, and I'm just gonna fucking stomp on him, not to pin, but just fucking crush it. Do I still just the one advantage then?
Yeah. Well, yeah, the one advantage.
Okay. Okay, so
18.
if he hits me again anywhere near as hard, then I'm gonna just have to either run or start healing through the damage.
That's also fine. But yes, that does bypass his guard. He is in fact pinned.
I wasn't trying to pin him, I was trying to crush him. Just
Crush him.
damage him. Because if somebody else was there to wail on him, then there would actually be a point to pinning and doing a delaying tactic, but he keeps consistently breaking out. So wait, what was that? What was he rolling? Josh, I think you're pushing your own button again.
So, Fizzle,
Maha.
the vampire is stuck inside the bubble, kind of floats down to the bottom of the bubble, and you notice her start drawing on blue and forming her own pattern. She just barely rolled and beat your resolve of 17. The world around you starts to kind of go funny. Like magic mushrooms funny. The water is suddenly green. Any ambient light is suddenly like glaringly bright. The dark of the cave has its shadows swimming, and there's colors where there shouldn't be.
So what's the difference between, that and what it always looks like? So, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, what you meant.
And I believe that takes it to Fizzle's turn.
I did warn her. I did.
And now she's messing with your head.
Yep. All right. The water inside the bubble that she's now trapped in. Boil it.
Okay.
Green water boils so pretty.
The fuck? Okay. Yeah, she screams. And the trippy landscape, she's
Gosh.
kind of... What?
You mean she goes blub blub blub?
Yes, it's a blub blub blub, but it's a screamy blub blub blub. You can tell she's in pain as the water boils. And you can tell it also in the vibration that has gone through the trippy landscape she's put you in.
Green water boils so pretty.
And that takes us to the guy Mulgarian's fighting. I'm gonna roll another AI check. Does he stick to the plan, or does he... Okay, he does not stick to the plan. Okay, well, no, let's try this again. You see him invoke a pattern as he tries to pull a little bit from your tactic and summon a pure red lightning bolt. And he gets a 10. Well, not even a 10. He gets a 7.
Which does not beat my guard.
Nope, so you are perfectly fine. You deflect all of that shit.
Do I have the runestone on my person?
Yes, you do.
I guess there's really no. It would have made sense that he would have probably angled. He would have put the points towards magic, so it's not going to put me any better than I'm at just stepping on him again.
True.
I want to bite him. I'm going to bite him this time. Bring those big chompy teeth to bear.
Okay.
Nom nom.
Because look at them teeth. Like, look at that face. He's just so cute.
I want to pinch his teeth.
Nom nom nom.
15. Never mind. Is our group still like quasi psychically linked, or what did we do? I don't remember.
Amatrine's asleep. She can't link you.
That's right. It was Amatrine that pulled a Miss Martian.
Yes.
Okay. So, that being said, at this point, Malgarian is, as much as his pride wants him to prevent anyone from having access to his blood, is he aware of...
Of the fight going on with Fizzle?
Yeah.
Vaguely, you hear screams from in there. Screams that sound like someone boiling.
So Fizzle's fine then. I don't know T-Drix is out. So, yeah, never mind then.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, disregard. Moving on. Just, we'll say that's Mulgarian's turn. And he's spinning his movement just to continue following this fucker.
Yeah. So... that brings it back to the lady. In her bubble.
Don't. Oh, that one.
I want you.
Oh, snap, Fizzle. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
She's going to attempt to put a phantasm against you.
I don't know what that means, but
Alright, so...
Phantasms are typically illusions that hurt people.
You create an illusionary manifestation to deceive the senses, including like the taste of rotten meat, altering the data on a screen, etc., etc. She's going for a power level 4-1, and she got it. So suddenly, you notice her starting to manifest like a blue pattern. And the illusion she put on your mind ripples. The bubble that you put her in shatters. And you suddenly see her grow to a gigantic size. Like easily, I'd say twice Bulgarian size. You do not know that this is an illusion, even though I just told you it's phantasm. And that will be her turn. Go and do Bulgarian's little opponent here.
I think it's ridiculous that they got a 22 off of a 6.
He runs. He flee as fast as he can. He seems to come to terms with the fact that, wait, no, I'm doing something incredibly stupid, and runs.
So I have no idea what just happened. I was my internet went out for a couple there.
Okay. So she manifested a blue spell.
Uh-huh.
Suddenly the bubble that you put her in shattered, and she seems to have grown to be 30 feet tall, like standing in the water above you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then the dude who was fighting Bulgarian just finally realized, oh shit, I'm breaking the plan, and runs away.
Up, gonna fly after him and either swipe at him with the claws and stomp him into the ground, or try to bite him again. Well, I guess the probably more appropriate question is, how fucked up is he?
Incredibly.
Or just
incredibly.
Okay.
Like,
Fuck. Never mind.
Matt's luck, everyone.
Uh-huh.
Have you been playing Advantage? Because you should be playing a level. Oh yeah, you are. You got Advantage.
Yeah,
from.
2d6.
Damn.
I just got a 12. I mean, because it.
You're still whittling him down. Like, every time you succeed, he takes another point of health. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I've been doing this wrong. He dies with that. Because it is always you take at least 3 points. Even if it's like, oh, you only hit for 1 point of damage, it's still 3.
And what if your guard completely would negate the move?
Then you take nothing.
Okay.
But no, his guard doesn't completely negate that. So, yeah, he takes 1 point of damage, but it does state right here in the book that that you take 3 no matter what. So, yeah, he dead. You chomp him up. He catches on your tooth, you rear him into your mouth, and you chomp down. He dead.
Cool. I'm going to spit him out before he turns to ash. And then am I able to pull the freaking sieve thing out of my neck?
Yeah.
Cute. I'm assuming I swallowed the vial of my blood at the same time as
It is laying on the ground in front of you.
I'm going to crush it with the sieve.
Okay. It is crushed.
Cool beans.
So Fizzle, that's to you.
Okay. Giant vampire, huh?
Giant vampire lady.
They got blood in them, right?
Yeah, they got blood in them.
Boil that.
Jesus.
Look at the Tremere over here. Okay, you can do that with energy. Yeah.
She got giant. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Ametrine's in that water. So boil the vampire. From the inside.
Okay, that works. In your mind, you literally believe that you have boiled this woman's blood.
Okay.
She screams, she reddens, she does that blade thing where all her veins like expand rapidly. She doesn't pop into blood. But in your head, you see this woman do this. That's when you kind of realize something's wrong. Because she doesn't die from this. Could you make me a perception check?
Okay.
Nope, she's boiling. You're fine, yeah. Nothing's wrong at all. However, that does kind of conclude the fight. So, I'm going to say that, does Malgarian head back to the cave to see what happened?
I mean, he's going to heal himself first. Because, pride.
Here's the great thing about the system. The hit points in this game function more like strain. Once the fight ends, you get them all back.
So I'm conscious.
So you're conscious, Tetrix.
Yeah, so I guess after a little bit, then when Malgarian comes flying in, before he lands in front of the cave entrance, like as he's going through the motion of landing, he just turns, all white like he does, and shapeshifts back into a humanoid form. He comes walking up to Tetrix and offers him a hand to help pull him off of his ass.
You guys also see Fizzle floating above the water, casting spells into apparently the void.
The tasty, tasty void.
Did we get them all?
So far as I can tell, do you know what's up? How long have you been out?
Almost since the beginning. One of them was rather large and trampled me.
So at this point, Malgarian's going to turn towards Fizzle, and he's going to protection magic roll. Do I even need to roll? He's just going to use a freaking disjunction from using protection magic.
No, I'll just let that happen for plot purposes, just to speed things along. You notice the crown of blue pattern mana around her head. Recognize it's an illusion, and you break it. Fizzle, all of a sudden, the trippy world that you've been in fades out, and the giant woman just fades away, snaps out of existence like she never existed, because she didn't.
And you hear from behind you, "Welcome back."
Everything was so much prettier before. Fix it.
We have... I'm pretty sure that the mangled body in the water was your opponent, but I do know that one got away. For the moment.
I'm pretty sure more of them got away. But
I know of at least one.
They went foop, instead of running away.
Yes, well, the one I'm talking of made the mistake of running by foot.
Oh, goody. It's fun to chase things.
Tetrix, do you plan on some... I feel like we should follow them and see what was going on, because this was a coordinated and planned effort. Do you feel like manifesting a small menagerie to assist, and I will do what I can to track them?
Oh yeah, and those bastards also burned the library.
At this point, Malgarian just very slowly closes his eyes, and just you can see his temple throbbing.
Wait, so is Malgarian asking Hedrix to summon creatures for everyone to ride, or?
No. He's like, do you want to summon a war party?
Can I
Since
do that?
out of any of them, he's the one who is stated as being the most like summon oriented ish.
Can I summon more than one creature? Josh?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll try. Why not?
All right, and
Well,
at that point,
I'm going to
Oh,
speed
good.
this along a little bit and engage your successes. Yes, you do succeed at summoning multiple creatures to chase these people down.
Okay.
And we're going to bring in our new players a little bit. Because where you eventually lead, you manage to track this guy. He is fast. He has vampiric speed on his side. And he... Do you remember the dwarf you met and the dungeon you guys completely bypassed by digging under it?
Yeah.
Do you remember how they had a gateway there? The trail leads you to the gateway. And through it.
And through it?
And through it. That's where the
so
main
in short, they're
trail
just
goes.
gone.
No. Gateway does leave somewhere.
Okay, so when you say gateway, are you talking a physical gateway, or are you talking a magic portal to an?
I'm talking about a magic portal to another place.
So it's open.
So it's open.
Okay.
When you get there, you've noticed that the expedition force there, the people who have been supposedly guarding this gateway, are completely just unconscious.
Checking
So
their
not
necks.
No, they're not dead. They are unconscious. It looks like from small holes in the neck and such that poison was used.
Cool. Oh. Well, Gary's just gonna walk into the middle of this encampment, and just assuming that it's like either T-Drix or Fizzle is like, oh, it looks like poison. He's like, oh, poison I can fix. At which point he's just gonna cast an AOE, freaking antitoxin protection spell.
Okay.
Or
yeah.
not, probably protection or alteration.
Probably protection.
Cool.
So yeah, people start to wake up. The people who were awake and are kind of going a little nuts, making sure like nothing was stolen or removed, taking stock of everything. They kind of notice their people coming down or coming back out of it.
And at that point, all Malgarian's going to say is, I'm using your gate. And he's going to start walking.
No one stops you. Through the gate.
Oh, I didn't use the voice.
You haven't been using the voice the whole time.
That's because he hasn't said much.
Bye, people.
You also notice something. The other two members of your group never woke up throughout this entire thing. So, through the gate. Cue Stargate visualization as you fly through the ether. You emerge on the other side into a interior room. It takes a moment for your sparks to adjust and get a sense of where you are in the multiverse. It's a interesting room you find yourselves in. You've obviously advanced in tech, or in time period. It's almost like Baroque cathedral-like.
The architecture nerd is happy.
And there are 3 men standing in front of the door, guards obviously, who are very, very weirded out that members of the expedition force did not in fact come through that gate. 3 people who they have never seen before.
Well, 2 people and a pixie, a dragon, and a human.
Yes. Did you walk through in full dragon form?
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
A pixie,
Yes.
a dragon, and a human walked into a bar.
They see Malgarian and immediately run the fuck out of the door.
Because here's the assumption that I was making, Josh. You said that the scent trail goes through the portal, right?
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure of that.
Actually, yeah, what am I thinking? Sorry. Rewind a bit. So the doors are already open, and there's a sound like people are pursuing someone outside. Like you hear booted feet on the like rapping on the tiles outside. Someone is being chased, and confusion is currently rocking this area.
How big is the door?
Oh, massive. Easily 20 feet tall.
Does it look like it leads outside or into more of a building?
It looks like it leads out into a courtyard. You can see the sun.
Ooh.
And pillars and a garden.
Okay, so
Tidrix, will you travel on your own, or are you coming with me?
I'll come with you.
at which point Malgarian's going to kneel down pretty much just long enough for Tidrix.
You don't have to. I've got climbing.
Okay, fine. So the moment Tidrix has a hold, Malgarian is getting into a solid trot, getting through the door, and then he's going to jump up into the air and downbeat once, and then just start going and trying to get an overhead view of what's going on out here and where the pursuit is heading.
So to Akvis the Edge, Hui, how do you say your character's name? Hui Jing? Gladius?
Huli Jing.
Huli Jing?
Yeah.
And Marcus. You have been wandering a plane, which you have come to know as Keflai. Keflai is a realm without oceans, covered in lakes and bogs and swamps. There is a strong authoritarian bent to this plane, which you have realized. And it is, every city on this plane has been massive, full of these regal, baroque, cathedral-like structures, massive thick walls and spires everywhere. And this is what Malgarian, Tidrix, and Fizzle see as they fly above, is just this massive, sprawling city amid a bog that is covered in these structures. You see below you the just the bustle of the city, and it seems to be some form of like a library that you were in, library or a museum. And as I said, the guards are in like full mobilization. They are sealing up doors, and now there's shouts going out that there's a dragon overhead, which doesn't actually seem to be as frightening as people were intending. Like, there are other winged creatures in the sky, and some without wings, like a series of how to even put this? They're like robed men riding manticores and gargoyles.
Okay.
You also notice something interesting about these, the guards. An unusually large amount of them seem to be gnomes.
Oh God.
So just to...
The one thing that's useless to reanimate.
Right?
So, to my new players, where you at?
Oh, was I not in the library?
You could be.
Seems like where he'd be, yeah.
Alright, well, sorry for the crappy sound on my end, because I just had to try to log in on my phone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my network, but Marcus will probably be in like a marketplace trying to find not necessarily food, but like some kind of exchange where he can go, yeah, so I caught this stuff out in the wild. I need to change it for money or tools, that kind of.
Okay. And what about Akvis?
Are there any magic like centers of magic in the city?
Well, the library that we just mentioned is one of them. It's head of an Explorers League that's dedicated to trying to chart gateways in the multiverse and explore ruins.
That would be where she ended up, probably, is talking to the people trying to map gateways.
Okay. And I'll say there's probably a marketplace not too far, because part of the defining aspect of this plane is its massive bazaars. So, Akvis and Jing, I'm just going to call him Jing for right now. You also notice that this place is apparently going into lockdown. A guard approaches and basically tells you that until they resolve the thing, no one is going to be allowed in or out. They will make sure you get home before dark, but for right now, sit tight. And then another guard approaches.
To leave the building.
And then another guard approaches and says, "We have a dragon above the building right now." No, not an Archon, and not a Spectre either. No, it's a fucking dragon.
Nobody ever says there's a fucking pixie above our building.
If they were smart, they would.
She'll boil you alive.
Yeah, no shit. She's the most lethal out of the three of us.
So.
Not for a lack of trying.
I know.
So you attempt to immediately leave the building?
Yeah, because I don't want to be stuck in this place, and there are dragons.
You get the feeling you weren't supposed to
She's
care
totally
about the dragon.
scratching the bony chin of her minion that's riding on her shoulder as she says that, or as she walks out, though.
Okay. You just attempt to nonchalantly just walk out?
Yep. With the skeletal dragon on the shoulder. Like 3-foot long skeletal dragon on the shoulder. It's a little dragon, and I'm a big lizard.
One of the little gnomes attempts to get in your way and go, hey, didn't you hear what he just said?
He said no one will be allowed in or out after you put the building on lockdown. I'm leaving now. Do you want me to, like, roll presence or something here to try and scare the shit out of the guy?
Please roll presence.
Okay.
Alright, and he will oppose that with his... Does he oppose that?
Can my companion also roll presence?
Yes, you may have your companion also roll presence.
My companion has the same amount of presence. Fuck.
Hey, his dice could always explode. His dice fucking
Like
exploded.
You got a 29 on a d6.
Holy shit.
So the way that I'm going to envision
Can
this
I
place...
see the breakdown on that explosion?
Yes, you can see the... I don't know if you can, actually.
No.
No, sadly.
No, you can't.
It exploded at least 3 times there, right?
Right.
Yeah, at least 3. Shit.
6, 12, 18.
So he doesn't seem very
24,
impressed.
yeah.
He doesn't seem very impressed by your attempt to insist. Then your little minion gets involved, scurrying down and snapping, snarling, and rattling its bones in his face. And he goes, fine, well, okay, whatever.
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
The Gnomeric Authority doesn't pay me enough anyway.
So I just kind of saunter outside, scratch the skeletal dragon like under the chin, or on the chin ridge where his chin would be if he had a chin, and not just a jaw animated together. And prop one hand on my hip, like on top of the top edge on the blunt end of my scythe that's on my hip, and just look up at the dragon above.
You see a dragon, and you see a pixie, and you see a man on the dragon.
The baby dragon roars.
Hey, Mulgarian, is that one of the vampires?
So one of the things that, because is she still a Varishino?
Yeah, she's Vishina.
So the lady with the skeletal dragon on her shoulder is functionally a lizard man.
Yes. Hiss.
So Gary just gonna flat out.
No, it is not. It's a huge.
Don't let me have any fun.
By the way, you three do sense Planeswalker sparks here, in close proximity. 3 of them.
3.5?
Oh, wait, no, you can't tell in a specific amount. You can just tell that they're there. Nearby. It's kind of like a hot-cold game.
Oh, great. We're not alone.
It doesn't matter. We have an objective. We can find that when we're done.
Gladius, what is Jing up to?
Jing is patiently trying to read a book while little gnomes keep making words at him. Finally, he gets frustrated, slams it shut, puts it down on the table, says, Look, this is a library, alright? You can't go screaming bloody murder just because there's a... What did you say it was?
A dragon!
Yes, a dragon. A dragon is an excellent reason to scream bloody murder. Where might the emergency exit be?
You notice the lady, the lizard man lady with the skeletal dragon, literally just walk out the door after intimidating one of the guards.
That way? Okay.
The gnome was like, hey, I was about to tell you where the emergency... Don't forget it.
Don't worry, I've got it, thank you.
You think that they have emergency exits in Baroque fantasy land?
Building code? What's that?
Do you think there are any vampires in that building?
I smell kind of dead.
Maybe I should just turn all that stone to lava just in case. No, okay.
So a brief jump back to the marketplace with Marcus.
Yep.
You find an individual willing to barter with you.
Great.
And you're haggling back and forth for over prices and what values and what rarities and what's the market supply. You know, all those trivial city things that are, you know, just kind of
annoying.
Yes. When someone bumps into you, interrupting the flow of negotiation. He's a large man with heavy shoulder blades, or with heavy shoulder pads, not shoulder blades, sorry. A bandolier across his chest, a pair and just like armored leggings. He has a person over his shoulder, a blue-skinned person.
Okay.
who seems to have wings made of gemstone.
Great.
Oh shit.
And he is causing quite the disturbance in the marketplace as he flees.
Sorry, you broke up. What was that?
He's causing quite the disturbance in the marketplace, bumping into people, crashing through people, stomping over produce as he just tries to flee as fast as possible.
Okay. I'm just going to follow him. Pretty much at a dead sprint, which, big 8-foot-tall werewolf running at a dead sprint, things just get out of the way. I assume you're going to want a movement roll for that. Josh?
Did we lose Josh?
I think we did.
No, we didn't lose Josh. I'm still here. Sorry. Can you repeat the question, please? I was distracted by something.
I said I was going to follow behind him pretty much at a dead sprint. And sprinting werewolf things just move out of the way. But I assume you still want a movement roll?
Movement is for like supernatural movement. Like teleportation, levitation, things like that. So technically, if you want to try and force things out of the way, or it might be a fortitude check to like match his pace, or an agility. Agility might make more sense.
Well, make a decision. They're very different rolls for me.
Go with fortitude.
Copy that. So that's a 25.
Okay, yeah, you are gaining on him. And briefly, spotlight back to the small group. Bulgarian, your nose is following this individual, correct?
Yeah.
You know that he's left the building.
Do I need to just roll perception with my advantage from the perk?
Yes, you can do that. Yes, he has left this library and headed out into the bazaar that surrounds it.
Okay, so pretty much going to start pursuing and just keeping an eye out for him.
So, Akvis and Jing.
I'm gonna look over at the guy that just showed up and flick the air with my tongue because lizards. Hiss a little. And then point after the dragon and take off following the dragon. On foot.
Okay.
Ah, yes. Hiss. Sorry, you're going the wrong way. That's the dragon way. Right after him.
Hey, wait, in case you weren't sure, that's the way the dragon was.
The little dragon is going to kind of wiggle his tail and wave with a talon at the guy, at the other guy. I cannot remember the name for the life of me. I'm really sorry.
Sting.
Thank you. I'm tired. Sting.
Oh, family. All right. Well, let's. Excellent chance to examine that dragon. I'll be coming with you.
fine. And she just keeps running.
Onward.
Side note, if I start sounding Irish, yell at me, because this is not supposed to be an Irish lizard. I heard it. I heard it there. It just is okay Irish, but not both of them.
No. Are all your characters just Irish?
It's the only accent I can do, I think. I can do Crazy Dragon.
Yay.
I can do Crazy Dragon in Irish.
So, and briefly switching back to Marcus, chasing down this vampire in the marketplace.
Yay. So, about how much distance is between me and him at this point?
I'd say about 15 feet.
Perfect. I would like to coil up my big vampire legs, just go for a full-on leap and tackle the crap out of this guy.
Okay. We're going to roll opposed mights on this one.
It's literally the same roll, so I can just do that.
This big, pallid individual, 7 feet tall, solid brick house of muscle, notices you, like, dive at him, and turns around, and with both hands, the woman slipping off his shoulder, grabs you about the neck and shoulders with both hands.
All right.
You are immobilized.
Fair enough.
He snarls, showing the edge of an enlarged canine fang.
So, is his captive on the ground then?
Yes, his captive is on the ground. Because he needed both hands. A sacrifice play had to be made. So, he snarls at you. Don't interfere where you're not involved, fuzzy.
You involved me.
Okay, so back to the pursuing group.
Vampire and a werewolf fighting for a woman. Where have I seen this before?
Hello, fantasy tropes?
I was gonna say, please tell me the werewolf at least has a shirt on.
Does the vampire shine? Is he glittery?
No, he does not shine. He's not glittery.
He's moving up there with him.
He's about to be glittery when Emily catches up with him.
I was about to say if he was in the room when Emily initially glitter bombed it, then yeah, he's glittery.
Oh yes, that's right. He
So
was.
he is sparkling. God
So,
Fucking
yeah.
damn it.
You notice. So yes, Marcus. You
But
notice
hold on,
about
hold on.
his.
He's glittering purple though.
Yes, he is glittery purple. So yes, you notice
That's
about
at
this
least
dude's like he's bald headed, but like in the stubble of his scalp, around like the bags of his eyes, it's clinging to his armor. There's just a small, shiny purple particulate. It's really shiny.
That doesn't concern me. The fact that he just attacked me and was able to stop me dead means this guy's actually something that I have to pay attention to and either deal with and subdue, or, play second fiddle to.
True.
So I'm just going to go into a full-on battle trance as my free action and just lay it on.
So you're just full raging.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to rage.
Yeah,
So,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the round. Free action battle trance. Okay, group of people pursuing this man through the marketplace. It's kind of not hard to pick out the path of destruction this man has taken. The tipped over stalls, the people kind of like who are going about returning to their normal thing after being disturbed. One dude is sobbing over his cabbages.
So the question is, are we catching up this round, or is this just more pursuing?
Bulgarian, roll me a...
I have no movement skill, and I only have a base speed of 30.
Okay.
And flight does not give me any.
Can my dragonling fly?
Yes, it probably could if we give it the feat to flight.
Yeah, flight is a feat.
It doesn't have any feat points, it just has 24 attribute points.
Oh.
Did you give it a form of magic?
It has entropy.
Give it entropic-ish wings?
It's a skeletal dragon, it probably has magic.
It might. We'll work on that a little bit, because I know that a few people have been like, I probably need to retool my character after this. And that's perfectly fine. That's part of this test. So, yes, you are catching up this round. You have caught up to Marcus, and his name is technically Volcor, but you don't know that. Vampire Barbarian Boy.
He was a werewolf.
Marcus is a werewolf. The other dude is a vampire.
Okay.
Vampire is literally holding up this massive werewolf with two hands around his throat, as the werewolf is apparently just like snarling and raging. And of course, there's the purple captive, or the blue skinned captive with the gem wings, laying on by their feet.
Do we see Ametrine?
Yeah.
Somebody get down there and pick up Ametrine.
Son of a bitch.
By the way, at the point of when we do get to see Ametrine is there, Bulgarian is a little bit more pissed off.
Oh, he's pissed too.
How close do I have to be to zap someone with my wand? Did we decide? With long shot?
Close range, which I believe is like 15 feet. Like 10 to 15 feet. I'll have to look it up.
And does long shot apply? I have long shot and
so you
entropy
can
attack.
double it.
Okay. I'd like to soul siphon the vampire.
You're
Can I do
assuming
that?
vampires have souls. That's so cute.
I mean, no one ever said it had to have a soul, just something like a soul.
Well, that's true. So you want to take
It's
a
not some
surprise
sort of
round in
animating
this and just zap the crap out of him?
Hell yeah, and it's entropy, so I can attempt to roll with my Bane focus, right?
I'm also going to make you roll with disadvantage because Marcus is in melee.
That's fine.
I assume you don't want to hurt the werewolf, or you're just okay, like, oh no, if the werewolf gets it, it's fine.
I mean, the vampire is definitely the target. The werewolf seems like he's doing okay for himself.
I have a question. So do you want to, and there's bizarre selling like popcorn or snack foods?
Sure, yeah, there's an overturned cart of what is called puffed corn.
Oh, even better, free food. I'm gonna go just grab some and take a nice seat somewhere close by and watch.
Just right on the overturned cart. She has like a cob of like corn that's like half like popped on the cob.
So I roll my entropy skill, right?
Yes, to attack.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage, which means you'll be going with the 20 and the lowest dice that you roll.
So I have 2d6, so I roll 3d6 to take the lowest two.
Mm-hmm. Or lowest one.
But it's 2d. I have 2d6 on my entropy.
Okay.
So I roll 3 and take the lowest two.
Lowest one. It's just 20
I
plus
lose-
1 dice.
I lose 1 for disadvantage.
No, you gain a dice?
Like- My dice pool is 2d6.
Right.
Okay. So with disadvantage, I only get 1 of my 2d6?
Looking it up real quick so I get an exact thing. Do. Where's disadvantage?
I promise I'm not trying to be difficult, I'm just kind of confused.
It's okay. It's okay. When you have disadvantage, you still roll a number of extra dice equal to the disadvantage value. However, instead of ignoring the lowest dice, you ignore the highest dice. Okay.
So my disadvantage value is 1, right?
Yes. So yes, you'll be rolling 3 and taking the 2 highest. Or the
Or 2
2
lowest.
lowest. Yes.
Okay.
So 16, 2, and 3 for a total of 21.
21.
Okay. And he resists with his toughness, which is a 17.
So I don't quite make my bane focus, alas.
Alas.
Alas. But he still takes 2 fatigue.
He still takes 2 fatigue. You watch as he kind of like twitches, and he seems to go a little slack. And Marcus, you feel like his fingers seem to kind of weaken as though he's getting tired.
Boo! That's cheating. That's no fun.
The dragon on my shoulder kind of screeches. It sounds like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, at this point, Marcus is just getting even more pissed off about this. I mean, first off, he has the gall to run into me. Now he ran away from me. Then he grabbed me and is like holding me up in the air, and now somebody else is getting in the way of my fight? Oh no.
Okay. While surprise round is still in effect, is anyone else making a move?
Gary and land on it.
Getting involved in the fight?
Yes.
Okay. Bulgarian could attempt to intervene, yes.
Also unfair, but I'll allow it.
So pretty much here's how this is going to go. T-Drix is pretty much going to get a warning, pretty much saying, "I hope you're ready," and then the wings just snap in close to his side, and he's just kind of dive bombing, and he's going to try to not step on the werewolf too, but he's pretty much going to do a dive bomb, just crush this motherfucker into the ground. Because while information would have been nice, now that he realized what they were trying to run off with, he's kind of pissed because they tried to take what's mine.
Amatrina's what's yours?
All of these little. Do you realize how many days of effort he's put into these little fledgling fucking planes?
It's okay. It's okay, Matt. I ship it.
Since it's gonna have to be kind of necessary, I hope Bulgarian doesn't mind, but Teacher is probably going to use his leash to at least get some sort of hold.
Oh, that's fine, as long as he's not trying to impose. As long as it does not automatically do the whole impose his will thing.
No, not yet.
No, as far as he's concerned, that would just be no, that makes sense. You're small and squishy and don't have wings.
Okay.
And that's why he gave you a heads up. So just the one advantage, Josh?
Yeah, considering he's smaller than you, yes. And I guess now I was doing it wrong. You do keep the 2 highest die.
Okay. So my dive bomb maneuver is not adding anything, just to make sure.
Sure, go for an advantage 3. Let's wrap this thing up fast.
Oh, advantage 3?
Yeah.
So 4 dice?
So 4 dice.
Hell yeah.
It's 4 dice, yeah.
Okay.
Go for 4 dice.
What the hell?
It still beats his guard.
I know, but Matt, oh my gosh.
But does it beat Marcus's guard?
No, it equates.
So not only do you not die.
Yeah. Actually, that's right. It was
Team Malgarian. We're just gonna have a moment of silence. Alright, I'm gonna calculate this dude. How much does this dude have in HP?
How much health is a pancake?
How much is that pancake in the window?
All light and fluffy and flat.
Well, that's a third of his HP gone. Okay. So Marcus, I think you have an attack.
okay, sure. Yeah, it's probably going to be a Might Earth card.
Yep. You just watched this dragon like smash the dude and flip you both up.
Yeah, and now I'm just like, this is done.
All right, so another 3 points of damage to him.
Oh my god.
All right, should we roll for initiative?
Sure. Does my minion have a separate initiative count than I do?
If you wanted to.
He has a much better initiative roll than I do, so yeah.
Okay, then yeah, go with that. Matt, are you back?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's why advantage happens.
Do what?
I will say, even with that roll, though, you still dropped a third of the dude's health.
The first roll is my initiative. The second one is my botched minion. Hang on. Okay, first one is mine. Second one is minion.
Wait, you don't get a bonus to your
Nope.
Okay.
Oh wait, my minion gets initiative advantage too?
Did you give it something like improved initiative?
No. I don't think so. Not intentionally.
It's based off your agility, so if it has a good agility, then...
Yeah, he has 2 agility, I have none.
Yeah, that's why his is better than yours. And
Yeah. Do I roll the 2 initiative that my character sheet says I have for that? Or 2 advantage?
I don't know where it would get to advantage, because technically you should have to take a feat for that.
I don't know. In the initiative box on my companion's character sheet, it says advantage 2, d20 plus 1d6.
I don't know, it shouldn't have that.
All good.
Okay.
Then yeah, the 16 is what it is.
Okay.
On your character sheet, the advantage thing there is editable, so you might have accidentally edited that and added to.
It's possible.
It could also be the unarmed strike thing that ended up in my weapons and armor.
Dear God, CJ.
23. It's just
Jeez.
Wait, how do you have 4d10?
It's 3
Apparent-
and 3, so it's just the 9.
Oh. You only have 1d10?
Yeah.
Okay, so just the 9. Okay. Is Fizzle not gonna fight? Gonna keep munching on her corn on the cob and saying things?
Yep.
Is this because she normally blows things up and she's not gonna be able to blow things up with so many people so close?
Nah. They got this.
Okay.
And if they don't, then she'll blow things up. And get chased off the plane, maybe. Who knows? We'll see.
Some in at least mostly One Piece.
Okay.
She'll blow things up, and then next time a dragon appears, they'll just like, yeah, whatever. But a pixie comes out, and they're like, oh my god, everybody panic.
So was that second roll on Ashi? Is that the second roll your initiative? The
4 is my character's initiative. The 16 is the companion's initiative.
And the 6 is mine.
He totally said Ashi, not Octus.
Yep.
I know I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm apparently not all here.
Don't worry about it.
And what was Mulgarian's role?
Oh, we're not grandfathering in the other initiatives.
And no, it's new. It's a new combat.
I did not roll them yet.
Okay.
And these ones explode too.
Yes, they do.
And boom. No, not +4, plus
Okay.
1d4. God damn it.
Say fucking what? Matt, slap me on the face and call me call me a Teldar.
Hmm.
So yeah, he goes first. Considering he's fighting Marcus. Oof. He's gonna whip off a big hammer he's kept on his back this whole time, and go swinging.
Go for it.
Okay, so
You miss.
he misses, smashes that maul right into the ground. Next up is Jing.
All right. So, upon arrival at the bazaar, some poor bastards attract the attention simultaneously of a dragon, a werewolf, and whoever the hell he's following.
I'd like to point out there's a guy on the dragon.
Kind of hard to notice past the dragon.
There's a glowing leash around it.
To be fair, by his perspective, the dragon probably at this point looks like his mount. And then not all universes are dragons intelligent.
It's true. Not all realms have intelligent dragons.
So, aside from all the chaos going on, there appears to be a helpless young lady on the ground there. So, Jing is going to try to teleport her away from Fracas and get trampled.
Okay.
I want to advise against this, but in character it makes perfect sense, and I apologize for what's going to happen after that.
All right, roll your movement.
Alright, so that's 1d20 plus 1d8.
Yep. And make sure you put the double exclamation points after it to make sure each dice to make sure they explode.
Yay! I love it when they explode.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough. What does your teleportation look like?
Jing kind of snaps his fingers, Ametrine turns into lightning, taps over to him, and then we...
Okay, yeah.
And he answers her rather stylishly, and the princess will...
All right, and is that your turn?
Yeah, my hands are kind of pulled out.
Yeah, you still have a movement action.
I'll use that to examine Ametrine to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, she seems okay. Aside from a small puncture wound in the side of her neck, yeah, she seems okay.
Hey, who's this weirdo touching Ametrine?
T-Drix, you're up.
Do I notice the Ametrine teleport?
Oh, yes.
I would like to point out that Jing is very clearly not a vampire.
I'm going to let Malgorian know I'm going after him. I'm going to go get Ametrine back.
Okay, and then?
I will dismount and create a beast.
Ooh, rolling our first summon.
So what am I rolling?
You're going to be rolling your creation. Versus a difficulty
Any
number.
bonuses? Is there any bonuses that apply?
Well, this is a blue heavy area, so yes, you may give yourself a advantage. The advantage of 1.
So it's just a straight up D10 roll?
D10 plus D20.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I should have asked before, what power level of monster were you trying to summon?
For this, I'm gonna go for as high of a power as I can get.
Well, give me just a moment.
Should have probably wrote that down somewhere.
There's a handy table that I had just opened just a moment ago that like determines power level difficulty really simply. But there it is. Okay. You could easily get a power level 6 monster with that roll.
Okay.
So it has 6 hit points, 13 defense. It has 3 attributes. 1 at 4, 3, and 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so pick 3 attributes, and I will add its scores to it.
Might have. You said 4 was the highest, or 5?
4.
So might have 4. Fortitude would be the next one, and then agility the last.
Describe to the party what this creature looks like.
You know, I think I'll just make that crocodile thing that I rode from Moraganda.
Ah, the Capasuchus.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, T-Rex just summons a Capasuchus out of nowhere.
Leash it, and I'll start riding it over to where Ametrine is.
Alright, next in the initiative order to go is Malgarian.
Okay, and it broke free of the werewolf and ran, right?
No, he started swinging a maul at it. Actually, he's still like in melee with the werewolf.
Alteration, I'm going to turn the maul into a full body binding.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
No, I'm not.
No, you are not. Easily justification. Malgarian is currently in a place where blue and black are strong. Alright, so that moves it to... Oh, Sarah, your companion's turn. Bone Regard.
Lord.
So, since we have not yet determined if the mini dragon skeleton can fly, he is going to jump off of my shoulder and just full tilt charge across the ground between where we were standing and where the vampire is. And can his entropy attack be a breath kind of thing?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Cool. He's gonna breathe on the vampire.
Awesome. Roll that up for me.
Not that. Hang on. There. You know,
that. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't do much to him. It fails to break his toughness. The man be strong.
There's a kind of sad rattling of bones.
And that takes it to Marcus's turn.
Alright. Marcus at this point is at a full-on rage. He's just going to reach back with both hands and just start clawing away.
Okay.
And do very poorly at it.
Nope. Do not break his armor.
Yep.
And that takes us to Agvis.
So if I fatigue him again, does my fatigue stack another 2 steps, or does
No,
it just
does
go
not.
on?
It just stays on where the level it's at.
Damn. All right, I am going to scythe him to death.
Scythe him to death.
Hopefully. Hopefully, we're going to close to melee and or reach, and then scythe.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. You cannot break his
Not
toughness.
at all.
Okay, that
Awesome.
that brings it to the head of the round. With the dude.
Wait, what did Fizzle do?
Fizzle's not actually involved in this right now.
Yeah, she's just watching.
Oh, okay.
She has popcorn.
She's got popcorn. And though she did say, hey, that some weird dude touched an ametrine.
It's got way more force.
Tell me about it.
Okay, he swings back away with them all. Again, fighting at Marcus. Does that hit your armor?
It does, for one.
Okay. Minimum that you take in HP is always 3. So.
Yep.
Okay. And then that goes back to Jing, who is currently carrying Ametrine.
No, it's 140, right?
There is a giant crocodile coming my way, right?
Jimmy,
Yes.
is there a giant crocodile coming the Kitsune's way?
It's heading towards wherever Ametrine is. If he's carrying her, then yeah, it's coming right for him.
Yes.
Jing's not the strongest fellow, so he's kind of shifting Ametrine in his grip to make sure she doesn't fall. Kind of leans forward. Oh, that's a fine construct. A very fine construct. It suits the blue ley lines. Why is it coming towards me?
Anything else?
Take a steps back, crocodile.
Take a few steps back towards the stall behind you. Oops. So, yeah, I guess that brings us to Teedrix's turn.
Is he still holding her?
Yep.
Put her down.
Caring for my health, lad. I'm trying to keep her out of the way. There's a bit of a fracas going on over there. But very well, very well. Jay will start looking for a place to put her down safely.
And step away from her.
Fair enough, fair enough. Friend of yours, I assume.
Teedrix won't say anything, but as he steps away from Jing steps away, he's gonna kind of try and maneuver the gator in between, or the crocodile in between Ametrine and him. I can't remember. Has it been proven at all that Fizzle can heal?
No, it hasn't been proven at all.
Okay, then yep. I'm just gonna kind of plant myself right there and keep watch over Ametry.
Okay. So, and that will take it to Mulgarian's turn.
He is AFK and says he wants to claw swipe for plus 2d6.
Okay. I will roll it for him then. I will give him advantage on this roll for size.
Oh man, this is great. Oh, you're dead. Yeah. No, yeah. Someone knocked a card over on you. Well, maybe you're just unconscious.
Okay, he does beat his armor, dropping him by another 3 hit points. Okay. So, Boney's turn.
We're gonna try the entropic breath again.
Okay.
And he's going to make another sad sound.
All right. And Marcus is up.
All right. After having seen how pitiful the attempt was last round, Marcus is going to essentially cry out in a loud, even more loud and obviously angry sound, and he's going to bolster himself.
Okay.
So essentially, he gains advantage 1 on his next attack, but that is his major action this round.
All right, I will remember that. Advantage next attack.
Yeah, and that's pretty much me, because I can't do anything else.
Okay. That brings us to Akvis's turn.
Scythe, take 2.
Scythe, take 2. Ooh, that does actually, in fact, break through his guard. He has 17.
Hooray!
But not by enough again.
But not by enough.
Not for my bane.
17
Sadness.
minus 30, 21 is... Brain.
Not 5.
Not 5.
That face.
4.
Almost.
Almost.
But I do have forced move and persistent damage, right?
Yes.
So how do my banes on my weapon work? Can I roll persistent damage on my weapon attack, or do I have to declare that before my weapon attack?
Whenever you roll over 5, you can declare that you want to apply one of your weapon's banes.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool.
Alternatively, instead of doing damage, you can use a bane.
Yes.
Cool.
And weapons can justify using a bane that your character normally couldn't. Like, oh, I'm not an agility character, but I could totally use this serrated knife to bleed you or something like that. So, whose turn was it next? Sorry, my bad.
Top of initiative.
Top of initiative, next round. So the guy, now entering his final round of hit points, looks Marcus straight in the eye and lets out his own howl as his muscles strain and veins bulge, and you have a faint smell like burning blood that comes off of him as he enters his own battle trance.
Fair enough.
I still think you should bite him in the neck and then go for the necromancer. Just saying.
Boy,
Oi, oi, she's been nice so far.
I know.
I think he's trying to get me to make a pun.
No, Teatrix doesn't like necromancers.
Yeah. I said in my
He
previous
does like
comment, it'll make
necromancy.
it does make Teedrix's life a little less complicated if the necromancer dies.
it's okay. If the necromancer dies, the skeletal dragon is going to adopt you.
And he's just like full on like home run bat swinging this maul around.
All you need to do, Teedrix, is say, Fizzle, we're failing horribly. Burn all the things.
Okay, so that's his attack roll against Marcus.
Oh, yep, that hits. Exceeds by 6.
Okay.
Richie.
He's going to
Puts me 15.
Alright. And then it is back to Jing.
You were 5 over. You can apply a ban.
Let's do forced move. He's going to deliberately like push you 10 feet away. Like just full extend the length of the hammer and just push you away from him.
Okay. Actually, wait. Does he have the feet to make that 5 or more? Because traditionally it's 10 or more.
No, he does not. So 5 feet away. He pushes you 5 feet away.
No, I mean, to activate a boon or bane, it takes 10 over.
Oh.
Unless you have the feat of the enhanced boon, in which case it's 5.
No, then he doesn't have that.
Okay, so I'm still right next to him then.
Okay, yeah, you're still right next to him.
What's this mole made of?
It's like a sledgehammer, wood with a metal head.
All right. I'm going to attempt to disarm him then.
All right, all right. Let me pull up the disarm bane real quick.
Drops an object they're holding in my choosing within target.
Okay, roll up that agility. You need a 16 or more.
Right? Oh, I'm using energy. Energy.
Energy. Okay, then roll your energy stat. Sorry.
No worries. Agility is actually the same. I'm just not close enough.
Okay. So what's this look like?
He forms an orb of electricity in his hand, and it forms like a magnetic pole to yank it away.
Okay. Okay.
Put that down, lad. You're gonna put an eye out.
The massive maul flings over Marcus's shoulder, end over end, and impales in the ground by the foot of Xing.
Someone going to explain to me what's going on here. That's my end.
All the vampire retorts with is, "Oi! Give me my axe back, or my hammer back." Sorry, he's a little dumb.
Maul, you peasant.
And that takes it to Teedrix's turn.
Jing will continue lecturing the vampire on the difference between maul and a hammer.
Since the fox thing has turned his attention to going against Vlad the dumbass, I'm going to unsummon the beast,
Okay.
and I'm just going to look over Ametrine to make sure she has not been vampirized.
No, she doesn't seem to be vampirized. She has a single stab wound in the neck, but it doesn't have any like bleeding marks or that looks like it might have a fang puncture.
Does she still have the book?
She still has the book.
Okay. I'm just gonna hold off till my next turn to see if I have to do anything else.
Okay, that comes to Melgarian.
This will have to work great one of these rounds.
I'm sure it will.
It worked right last round.
Yes, you deal another 3 points of damage to him. Okay. And that goes back to the poor little bone dragon who's trying so hard with its breath weapon.
There will be an angry screech from the bone dragon. And Medusa of the Bone is going to try and breathe on him again.
Alright. Nope.
There is another angry screech, and the bone dragon is going to turn and sprint full tilt, using his movement back towards Akvis, and just launching leap up onto her shoulders, where he's going to curl up and tuck his head under her cloak.
Poor bone dragon.
His tail quivers.
Alright, that goes to Marcus's turn.
All right. So, question: if I would normally have advantage 1, does it become advantage 2?
Yes.
I have advantage 1 from 2 sources, so I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, that's fine. It stacks. Oh.
Is there a critical fail mechanic?
That is
No.
actually really awkward because that ends up being a 14.
Yeah. Wait, don't we keep 2 die when you have 3d10?
If he's
Yes.
advantage 1 and rolling 2 dice space, then yeah, you keep 2.
Yeah, he keeps
Oh, okay.
2. So you technically roll a 21 there.
Yeah, well then.
Which
I
gives
assume
another... Yeah, you implant, like... So what was your attack like?
So again, I'm just roaring and raking claws all over him. Think angry, scared kitty.
Alright, so yeah, you basically turn him into meat and bleed him out, and he collapses and turns to ash. You come back to the sense of yourself post-fight. And the fact that the entire bazaar is staring at this melee that is broken out. Many people have fled.
Yeah, not surprised. So one thing of note is as Marcus kind of comes down from this, he just kind of deflates.
Yeah.
Like not just like between the boon of holster wearing off and the fatigue that is now setting in, because he's now technically at fatigue 1. He's just kind of
Wait. Who are you?
Who is he talking to there?
he's just kind of looking at everybody who's standing around who helped in the fight.
Akvis, who is still in melee with, I guess, technically him and the Vampire Ashes, is going to hook her scythe back on her hip and kneel down and start filling up a vial with vampire ashes.
Malgarian's just gonna kind of walk around the group and start plodding over towards Amatrine, and since Tedrix was attending to her, he's just gonna kind of look at the human kind of expectantly.
She's
I am
okay.
Actus, Walker of Edges.
She's just unconscious, but she has a stab wound in her neck. Like a puncture mark.
Hey, you guys won. Good job.
Malgarian's just gonna kind of look at her. She's gonna glow as he purges toxins.
And indeed, the toxins are purged, and her breathing picks up. She kind of murmurs a little bit in her sleep. Since Cassie's not here, I'm not going to have her fully awaken, but she seems that she's going to be fine.
Hold on a second. Cassie. Amatrine was kidnapped by a vampire. We had to chase him through a portal. It kicked the shit out of all of us, and it finally got fucking murdered in the middle of another plane. But congratulations. After the toxins were purged, you're still sleeping.
I'm sure she's glad for that update.
She's giggling because she slept through all of it.
I figured it would be a good use of an unconscious character.
I mean, to be fair, you could have used Annie's character, given that she's not coming back. But it works.
Well, Matt,
Don't call you out on your shit.
There might be a reason why you couldn't find her either.
To be fair, we didn't look for her, and yes.
She did now.
Yeah, either way, we'll leave that open and we'll see it for later because we still don't even know if Annie's coming back or not. Anyway, moving on.
So yes. Now Amatrine just kind of curls on her side like, don't wake me up. I'm having a good dream, don't wake me up.
Hey Josh, I'm gonna
Head out now.
Well, no, I was gonna have Tedrix grab the book.
Okay, Tedrix has the book. And a pair of the other ones are talking. The ones you helped out are talking in the background there. Fizzle's still with her popcorn.
And no, they won. Congratulations. Good job. Y'all did it. I totally believed you the whole time. Except for you and you and you. I don't know who the fuck you are.
The dragon hisses.
You also, now that the fight's over and have time to actually examine it, the sparks that you can feel inside yourselves, you realize that you are literally standing among just planeswalkers. Everyone here is a planeswalker.
And a half. Quarter?
I mean, to be fair, if your spark is split between them, wouldn't it be like 2 halves are right there?
Fair.
The little bone dragon is made out of her ribs. So yeah. I'm going to ask a pointed question here. Do you want me to hands off and let you guys just roleplay, or shall I wrap up the session because we're now about 3 hours in?
It doesn't really matter to me.
you guys want to roleplay a bit, I do have to go to bed because we're not entirely sure if Frank is going to be called off tomorrow or not.
Okay.
So good night, guys.
Night, Jimmy.
Have a good one.
Take care. Sleep well.
Thank you.
Well, seeing as how there's not a lot of conversation right now, we might as well continue the conversation in character.
Okay.
Or in speaking instead of text.
That works.
Agreed. Nouns are not very sturdy.
Sturdy as a curious choice of words.
What can I say?
She kind of shakes the vial of vampire dust that she has acquired, looks at it. The dragonling skeleton on her shoulder bites at it a little bit, and she pulls it out of reach of his jaws, sticks it into a pocket. But these, on the other hand, have a much greater potential, I feel.
You really can't say that a dragon can't hurt things.
Seriously, who are these jerks?
The lizard's tail lashes. The big lizard, not the little lizard. The medium lizard, not the little lizard or the big lizard. Guess we should clarify that one too. Small, medium, and large lizards.
Yeah, at this point, Marcus just kind of turns and starts almost like seeing everybody for the first time again.
What are you doing here?
What?
What are you doing here?
Chasing vampires, obviously.
Why?
Because they broke into the place we were sleeping and stole our friend and burned our library. Like a bunch of jerks.
And burned our library.
Hey man, she's got to stick with that one.
She does.
She made the claim. If she doesn't stick to it, even once, other people are going to find out about it.
Kind of absolute monster would burn a library.
Obviously vampires. That's what I just said.
They do get the tunnel vision. Blood this, blood that, trolls this. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Yeah, but they burn real nice.
That is a distressing way to put it.
But she is not incorrect.
No, not incorrect. Just distressing.
Exactly. Always listen to what I have to say. I have important things to say all the time.
So while some of this conversation's going on, Marcus is just going to go over to the big maul that's on the ground and pick it up and just kind of hold it over one shoulder.
Add it to your sheet. You now have Maul.
Yeah. No, Marcus is not that kind of dog.
Gross. Uh-huh.
The little itty bitty dragon wanders over and kind of clatters at the pixie and tips its head to one side and then the other, scratches at the ground.
I'm gonna get out a big handful of glitter and make them bones pretty.
It hisses happily.
With your quarry dead, what will you do now?
I'm probably gonna go back and victory sex.
Marcus
is
just
gonna-
looks... Oh, go for it.
Jing's going to very slowly look between Pizzle and Bulgarian.
Oh no, not him.
Oh, thank heavens.
He's not my type. Too penisy.
I'm sorry, but as DM, I have to take a moment to just state how hard I just rolled my eyes. I'm not normally one to interrupt this shit, but I have to.
Fair enough.
The very small dragon looks between the very large dragon and the very small pixie. I would just like to point out that my minion has, yeah. My minion has perception 3 as well as, yeah, learning 2. Small glittery dragon is confused. Maybe glittery now?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
But what were we talking about? Besides having sex with dragons, apparently.
Something about going home.
Oh yeah, we'll probably do that. Maybe it's not home, but it's a nice place to stay. You know, except for the library now, because of fire.
Is there any reply from anyone on this one? Oh no, Teatrix is already gone.
Fizzle.
Yes. What? What?
At this point, Malgarian's actually kind of off to the side a little bit. Like he's still over by where Amadrine had been, and he's kind of like I don't want to say coiling, but like he's kind of swings his head around so that he can look at her out the corner of his eye, and he pretty much just says,
Make sure that Amadrine and Ilona are taken care of. I was looking through the book. I was looking through the book before we all went bedded down. This book will not do what I need to do. all have proved that you are fully capable of dealing with what you must. And I'm hoping that you all understand that it is your prerogative as Planeswalkers to influence all of the planes. For the moment, I need to say goodbye to all of you. But if you need my assistance, I will be back in my home plane. Of
Insert name here that Matt fucking forgot about, because fuck if I'm gonna go find all of that backstory.
I have it.
The fuck was it called again?
Emotera?
Where's this one?
It's in the
Oh, my character
codex.
sheet, isn't it?
No, it's in the codex. That's why only Mulgarian could see it. Okay, because we were keeping it secret for later.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, IOMO Terra.
I can't even see it.
Weird, it should be in all players' journals. What the hell? Here, just click it. There you go.
All right, well, have fun going home or whatever. How about you three new losers grab Amatrine for me, and we'll get out of here.
Marcus will go ahead and pick her up. Which, again, tiny little thing versus him. And if she seems injured still, he's just going to start casting regeneration on her.
She's not.
Akvis will stand up and whistle. Maybe not whistle, because I don't know that lizard mouths can whistle. Call Vidus back to her, and he'll crawl back up around her and just kind of look at the pixie and look at the now sparkly dragon skeleton. But follow, probably.
What about Jing?
Algerian got his attack when he said book. Now he wants to see the book.
Oh yes, the book that Tedrix now has.
The book that all of the new people want.
That's funny how that worked out, considering I didn't mention that the book was important.
Did Malgarian not just say something about what the book was?
No, he just said the book didn't have the information he wanted.
Ah.
Or rather, it didn't give him the information he wanted it to tell him. It had the information for the exact thing he was trying to do. It doesn't work like he wanted it to, and so he's going to go find something that gives him the answer he wants.
The book that didn't tell the dragon what it wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So, in other words, it's telling you to use black instead of white.
No, it's saying that demi-planes only exist temporarily and would require a planeswalker to keep it renewed, and there's no guarantee that his people could continue to produce a planeswalker consistently. So, creating a demi-plane for his dragon brood is not tenable in the long run, and if nothing else about Malgarian besides his pride, he looks at things in the long run.
No. Dragon, of course he does.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he's looking like down the road, even as far as dragon context. Like, will this place sustain my kind for generations? No. I need a different option.
Well, I mean, you could always hire a planeswalker. You can't genetically bring one in.
True, but he is an isolationist.
No.
He wants his people to be he wants them to be
Sufficient.
self-sustaining. So, like, yeah, sure, there's other ways to go about it, but it doesn't do what he wants, and so therefore it's just to him not an option. So that's why he's leaving.
Right.
Also because other reasons. So yeah, once everybody does get to the point of heading off and whatnot, he pretty much just turns into a bolt of light and he just fucking poofs.
All right, everybody, we gotta go through a big portal. Don't be scared.
On that note, I need to run because it's 3 in the morning.
Take it easy.
Have a good one, y'all.
Enjoy.
Seems like a good enough place to call it.
Yep. I will throw one last curveball in there. You don't have to use the portal. You're all planeswalkers. And it becomes rapidly a very good idea to use the portal, as you suddenly start noticing standards walking towards you and the sound of booted feet.
I'm sure we could take them.
To be fair, this entire group just got their shit rocked by a grunt vampire. I do not hold the same faith you do.
Wait, what did you throw out there? Sorry, I missed it, Josh.
Oh, basically the guards are coming to investigate.
Oh.
And so rather than use the portal, it might be a better idea that everyone just kind of poofs and follows Fizzle through the plains, like follows her spark to Muraganda. And that's where we will end it for the night. Well, thank you all for playing in this test of Open Legend. It's been good. I've been enjoying it. I'll pitch y'all up for feedback, once the session closes. Y'all have fun?
Yep. Thanks for running.
I apologize for my heavy-handed DMing in this episode, as I tried to learn things. But yeah, we will hit this up later. All right, night all.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And